Well, Mr. Speaker, thank you, sir, and I thank all those. And there's so many here from the standpoint of delegates. I don't know if I see any senators here and everything, but I see our great secretaries over here, and Chelsea Ruby, and I see our head of our DNR here as well, and Steve McDaniels. But so many of you have put in a lot of licks to make this happen and make it become the reality that it is right now. I am really, really proud to have been a part of it and everything. And if all I am is a grain of sand that is behind and being a part of it, I am still very, very proud. You know, all of you, or many of you, went through the 2016 flood, and it was really tough. There's no question. It is the absolute worst event, especially from a weather side, that I've ever been through in my life. You know, we, as you, I'm sure, waded through all kinds of mud. We watched all kinds of folks, take all their life's possessions and load them up in a truck with mud all over them and watch them drive off to the landfill. We watched absolutely countless people searching for people that ended up losing loved ones. And I was one of them. I was one of them that looked and waded mud and everything and looked for a little 14-year-old girl for 6 weeks before we found her, and we found her miles and miles and miles downstream. Now, we all know what that flood did to us. And absolutely now, with all the things that are going on, we continue to have our rebirth, do we not? And you've got an incredible man here in our speaker. And, I see Brett, I see different folks that are out there, but I can never thank you enough, because you are West Virginians, you're the best of the best. In some way, we all held together. In some way, we're here today, and we're here today absolutely celebrating another event that is just going to bring more and more and more goodness back to this area. This area gave us so much forevermore as we transported our coal from these mountains to absolutely fuel and do all kinds of stuff all across the nation and the world. We did. And absolutely now, if we can just bring ourselves back, every day West Virginia gets better and better and better. I say it over and over in our briefings, but we are now the diamond in the rough that everybody's beginning to really recognize. It's neat stuff, and it's good stuff. It's good stuff to be a part of you and to absolutely just see how great you are. Just you turning out like you've turned out here, it's really significant, really, really significant. I apologize for being a few minutes late. I had to follow the state police all the way over here, and to be perfectly honest, they're very dangerous on the highways. But nevertheless, we made it, and that was good. So God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you.
Governor, we have some others that we want to give an opportunity to speak this morning, but on behalf of the entire community and the entire Elk River Trail System community, we thank you for the effort that it took to help us create the state park system here. We know the governor talks a lot about tourism. The governor understands that industry and knows the impact that the tourism economy has on our state and can have to transform regions, and he's helping us transform our community here by the efforts it took to designate our new state park system. Governor, I know that there'll be an opportunity for everyone, yourself included, to partake in some sweets a little bit later before we adjourn this morning, but I think that on behalf of the community, I am supposed to present this particular cookie to Baby Dog. Okay.
Let me tell y'all this. There was a time in my life when I felt like a few folks liked me, but Baby Dog has just taken every bit of that away. All the attention, everything away. Everywhere I go, it's Baby Dog, Baby Dog, Baby Dog. But she is so wonderful. She is really, her face is anything but pretty, but at the same time, it brings a smile to everyone. And she loves everybody. She absolutely loves everybody. So she's really special, and I'm sure she'll enjoy. I promise you that. The only thing I know that baby dog doesn't like is celery, but she'll eat watermelon, tomatoes, and she just loves it. And she just chopping the water running out of her mouth everywhere and everything. And then the only thing you got to worry about is if she'd lay down in the bed beside you late at night and she's had too much watermelon, you'll hear little sounds that the smells won't be good. Other than that, everything's great. Thank y'all so much.
I don't know that there's a person here this morning who isn't deserving of some level of recognition for what it took to make the trail system possible in the first instance, the state park system that's now come into existence, and the FEMA-funded restoration work that we're here this morning to commemorate. But I do know that without the work of the Clay County Business Development Authority, none of that would have been possible. And we have a number of our BDA board members here this morning, and I don't want to belabor, I don't want to keep us here long, but I do want every member of the Clay County Business Development Association board to just raise your hand to be identified this morning. Those men and women have worked so very hard to help make that happen over the course of the last year. None harder than Mitch DeBoard. None harder than Mitch DeBoard. This is a FEMA-funded restoration project, and we know that FEMA-funded projects are funded by Congress. That money flows from the federal government here to our communities. Our congressional delegation has been quite supportive of the effort that we're here this morning to undertake. We're pleased to be joined by representatives of both our senators and our congressmen this morning here as we celebrate this work, the beginning of this FEMA-funded restoration. I'd like to, in no particular order of preference, I'd like to invite each of our congressional representatives to come forward this morning and bring greetings on behalf of Senator Joe Manchin, Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Congressman Alex Mooney. Ben Spurlock from Senator Joe Manchin's office.
Governor. Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Ben Spurlock, and it's a pleasure to be here on behalf of Senator Joe Manchin. The senator sends his regrets that he was unavoidably unable to come, but he did send me a greeting with his remarks to mark this very, very exciting and special occasion. On behalf of the citizens of the Mountain State and as your United States Senator, it is an honor to welcome those attending the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Buffalo Creek Gauley Rail Corridor in beautiful Clay County. Since 1904, the corridor has been an instrumental economic asset for Clay County. It was one of the last all-steam engine railroads in the country. At its peak, coal was removed from the mountains around Wyden and brought to Dundon, where it was loaded onto the Baltimore-Ohio Railroad for use across America. The Clay County Business Development Authority took over management of the rail corridor with the mission to use the corridor for economic benefit to the county, while always maintaining the utility and function of the rails to haul natural resources. The Development Authority developed complementary uses that would not hinder the original function, design, or capacity of the trails. Then in June 2016, the floods caused severe damages. The Development Authority, under the guidance of Mitch DeBoard, immediately realized the impact that the loss of this rail corridor would have on the local economy. The Development Authority has worked diligently for the last 5 years to restore this critical economic infrastructure asset. Initial damages were underestimated, but the authority persevered with its attempts to get proper damage assessments made, and I was proud to support these efforts. Together, we worked closely with FEMA Region 3 to ensure that the project received the proper attention needed to move it forward. The restoration of the rails allows for future commerce, but more importantly, allows for the Development Authority to fulfill its mission of promoting economic development. Recreational use of the rail corridor and the establishment of the new state park in Dundon will allow the corridor to remain an integral part of Clay County for many, many years to come. I am so proud to see this project come to fruition, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for beautiful Clay County. With warmest regards, Joe. Thank you, Governor.
Senator Shelley Moore Capito.
Speaker. Well, Governor, I'm not Senator Shelley Moore Capito, but I do work for her. I bring greetings from her, but I'd like to say first, when we got here this morning, I was talking to County Commissioner Fran King, and we were just discussing how much we hoped that you would be pulling up in a new Dodge Ram. So We do love Baby Dog, though. I have greetings from United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito. Thank you to the Clay County Business Development Authority for inviting me to attend today's ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Buffalo Creek and Gauley Railroad Flood Restoration Project. Although I'm unable to be with you in person, I'm happy to learn restoration work has begun on this historic route. Over the course of my service in Congress, I've visited this railroad several times, including as recently as last October with the speaker here. Although the downturn in the coal economy forced this line to be shuttered years ago, the community has been steadfast in their goal to maintain the Buffalo Creek and Gauley should a future opportunity arise. And in the meantime, thanks to the Clay County Business and Development Authority, a portion of the line has been made available for recreational purposes. Visitors to the area can enjoy a ride on the railroad on rail bikes or track speeders and take in beautiful Appalachian scenery as they pass by old coal towns along Buffalo Creek. And in addition to the railroad, camping at nearby J.D. Bradley, hiking and biking on the Elk River Trail, and fishing opportunities on the Elk River are creating a destination for outdoor enthusiasts. Today's ceremony would not be possible without the work of Mitch DeBoard, the Clay County Business Development Authority, and their team of staff, consultants, and volunteers. Additionally, I'd like to recognize FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, Governor Jim Justice and his team, the County Commission, Speaker Hanshaw, Delegate Boggs, legislators, local leaders for their support of this project and for their efforts to diversify Clay County's economy. Congratulations to you all. You make me so proud to serve the great state of West Virginia in the United States Senate. Sincerely, Shelley Moore Capito. Congratulations. Thank you, Governor.
And from the office of Congressman Alex Mooney.
Good morning. My name is Susie Azevedo, and I'm proud to represent Alex Mooney in Clay County. This is one of my, I'm a district rep, and this is one of my counties, so it's very special. It's nice to see you all out here. I did have remarks from the congressman, but I left them at my doctor's office. So I'm just going to do this off the cuff. But personally, I just want to let you all know that I am an Elk River girl. I live in Big Chimney, and several of my neighbors were flooded out in the flood, and it was pretty scary. But I've been spending a lot of time out here in Clay County lately, and this project is just so exciting. I'm an avid kayaker. The congressman was just here a couple weeks ago, and he biked on the trail, and he thought it was just absolutely gorgeous. He can't wait to bring his family back to do some camping, some hiking, some more bike riding, and he wants to throw the kids in some kayaks and see how they do. So my congratulations to Mitch and the county commission, speaker, governor. Thank you so much for making this project come to life, and we all just can't wait to use it. Thank you so very much.
Most folks know that as a day job, I'm a practicing lawyer. I work in a law firm in Charleston, and most days I get up each morning and go there and come home in the evenings. But almost every Saturday morning, I come to Clay. Stop at Go Mart, go to the bank, get a haircut, do what it is I do in Clay. I came home a couple weekends ago and remarked to my wife Kirsten and our little girls who are here that I saw more people on the streets of Clay than I think I had seen at any time in my life. I'm 41 years old, and I saw more people on the streets in Clay that Saturday than I think I had seen at any other time other than Golden Delicious Festival weekend. This trail is transforming our community. It's transforming our county. It's transforming the entire Elk River watershed. We can't possibly overstate the importance of that, because we're an economy in transition. We know that for 2 generations now, we've been an economy searching for new life. And this trail and the benefit that it brings to our economy can help provide that. We're joined by County Commissioner Fran King this morning. Fran, would you like to say anything about the importance of this trail to the county? Please.
Thanks.
Please.
I'm Fred King, and this is my second term as county commissioner. And I hauled coal out of here in the 80s and the 90s from right up the road here. We had coal trucks. And, you know, we were booming back then. But then when the coal went out, so did all of our jobs, our tax base, our economy went down. that affects everyone. You know, when our tax base went down, that affects our schools, that affects our law enforcement, that affects everything in our county, our citizens and everyone else. And I live at Ivydale, and the river's in front of me and the trail's behind me. And when we first started this talk about the trail, I thought, oh, wonder what it's going to be. But then I really realized after I went to the Greenbrier and several other trails, how it really does boost your economy. It not only boosts your economy, but they're good people coming in. You know, they're good working people that come in. They're not the people you have to worry about. They're the people that comes in to camp, and they come in and they walk the trail, or they ride their bikes on the trail, or they ride their horses on the trail. They come one day, they stay over, they stay at the local inn, they stay at the local campground, they pop a tent, they go to the local restaurants, they buy gas at the local service stations. You really don't realize, but for every person that comes into our county, just on a weekday trip, they spend about $10 a person. In a small county like Clay, $10 a person is a big, big boost in our economy, and we need it. You know, I want my children my daughter to live here. I want my grandchildren to stay here. You know, Clay County is the best of the best. When you're down, you have friends at your back. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody works hard. And I really do want to thank Mitch and the BDA. They've been absolutely great. They have worked hard over hours and hours and endless hours. Roger's a hometown boy, and he's got the same values. He was brought up with the values that all of us have. And this trail, you know, we are the second poorest county in the third poorest state in the United States. That tells you. But we're rich in a lot of other things, and I think this trail the new state park, I think we will see a big boost in our economy from this. And we got this from people working together and everybody buying in, a great governor that comes and has faith in us. And I really want to thank all of you, because people like you make my job a whole lot easier. Thank you.
And we know that development of facilities like we have envisioned here and the recruitment of new and exciting things to our community to support the park system relies on continuous input from local people. It relies on continuous local leadership. And I see we're joined by several members this morning of the Clay Town Council. If the members of the Town Council would please raise your hand and be identified. We want to thank the town for welcoming the state park and being hospitable and welcoming to the town. See, we have the mayor of Clay with us, Josh Shamlin's here this morning. Josh, we appreciate the hospitality that the town's welcome to the new state park system also. We also can't overlook the actual work that's being done. The actual work, the FEMA-funded work that's going to be done here to repair the damage done to the trail system in the 2016 floods being done by Chesapeake Thermite Welding. We have a representative here at Chesapeake this morning. Sir, we appreciate Chesapeake being willing to do the actual work here restoring our trail. We're happy about that. And folks, as we round out this morning's program, I want to particularly say to our friends in the media that we thank you for joining us this morning, but we also want to make it clear that while we're here today in Clay, we're here today in Clay County, and we're talking a lot about the importance of this trail system and this park to Clay County, to this Clay County community, and we mean that. We mean every word of that. But we also don't want to overlook the fact that this trail system has the has the opportunity to transform and impact economies all the way up and down the Elk River system. You know, it's possible when the vision of this trail system is fully developed, and when the full development that Mr. Jorgensen and his colleagues at Bright Enterprises bring to reality, it's possible to get on this trail system, or will be hopefully possible to get on this trail system at the Capital Market and get off at Burnsville. That'll make this trail system one of the longest in the east of the United States, and we're excited about that. We're joined this morning by Ken Tawney. Ken's not from Clay County. Ken's a Kanawha County guy. He's here representing the foundation, the State Park Foundation. We're pleased to have Ken with us this morning. Ken's working hard to bring resources to our system. And we're joined here today by my colleague from Braxton County, Brent Boggs. Brent represents Braxton County, just to the north of here. This trail system has the opportunity to impact and transform the local economy of Braxton County just as well as it can Clay. Brent, I'd like to offer you an opportunity to offer any thoughts you have about this system.
Governor, good to see you this morning. Welcome. I tell you, this is an exciting time. And Roger, I want to thank you for asking me to come down today. I've spent almost 26 years in the legislature. And Commissioner, just like you said, I spent 37 years, almost 38, as a locomotive engineer. And I ran these rails, not necessarily up here on the BC&G, but from Grafton to Charleston. And we picked up coal down here, a lot of good friends that worked on the BC&G, and we came up about this far from time to time to pick up the train or to shove them up when they had too many cars. So this is an exciting time. I guess the railroader in me misses those days when the coal was flowing, the jobs were flowing, but that was then and this is now. And we have an opportunity, Governor. I think this is outstanding, and this has the ability to impact central West Virginia, just like the Hatfield-McCoy Trail did in southern West Virginia. We can really turn this into a destination, and I think the longer we extend the trail, the more opportunity we'll have to bring more people in to spend more days in West Virginia and really capitalize on this. We've got a regional economy. And the folks in Clay County are no different than the ones in Calhoun or Gilmer or Braxton or Webster. We're all one economy, one people with the same values. And I look forward to seeing this continue to come to fruition, to work on it. I also look forward to it coming into Gasaway and hopefully beyond over to Burnsville. If we don't do that, we will have missed a wonderful opportunity. But let's celebrate today. Let's work toward tomorrow. And let's make certain that we just don't stop here, but we move it forward so we can even prosper more, join hands together, because we've got the same problems, the same issues. And Governor, I say this a lot, and you recognize this, and I appreciate it. There are about 7 federally designated distressed counties in southern West Virginia, and it's tough down there. We have 11 in central West Virginia. So it's just as tough, but I don't think that everybody doesn't realize it. But we do, and we're seeing things happen here with this today. So, Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for your leadership on this. Not only this, but at the Capitol. Roger's my friend. The only problem Roger and I have, and we both represent Gilmer County, is the fact that I was really disappointed to learn that he's the same age as our daughter. And and I think he was disappointed to find out that I'm probably the same age as his dad. But be that as it may, we are the best of friends. We have and it just, I think it points up the fact that it's not a political thing. It is a West Virginia values thing, and that's what we need to focus on. We need to focus on working together and doing what's right, because what benefits Clay County benefits Braxton, what benefits Calhoun benefits Clay, all around this area. So let's continue to keep this going. To Mitch, to the County Commission, to Clay County, thank you all for everything that you've done. And to my friends Chelsea and Steve and Frank, let's get this thing going and let's get it into Gasaway as soon as possible. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank everyone for coming out. What's left to do is officially cut the ribbon. So, Governor, we'd like to give you the first pair of scissors. If everyone who offered greetings this morning to the crowd would come up and get your pair of scissors, we'll make this happen.
We're going around the other side.
Yes, sir.
come around on this side.
Yes, sir.
That way you get the cameras.
I'm gonna
Governor, how you been?
I've been good, sir. How you? Good, how are you? I'm great. Hope you are.
Good. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
I got dull ones.
All right. Thanks to everyone.